those repressed, suppressed negative emotions. It uses a lot of our energy to keep them repressed. So when we are ready, our unconscious mind will bring them to the surface and will bring them for healing and will allow us to liberate ourselves from that, okay?
Welcome to another Quantum Conversation. I'm Loren Gailey, and I invite you to sit back as we enter the quantum realm, that space of the greater part of you. It is your connection to infinite possibilities, infinite potential, and infinite mastery. Welcome, beautiful hearts. We have another episode in our interdimensional beings and galactic consciousness episode. My name is Loren Gailey, and I'm so pleased to be with our next guest, who is a weaver of light. And she is assisting all of us on our journey to get into galactic consciousness, even quantum field, and even cosmic consciousness, Christ consciousness. Sophie Bidard is here, and we're so excited for this session, which will include a little bit on the Etheric Galactic Weaves. Hi, Sophie. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Lauren. Hello, everyone. So glad to be back on the NEO network. And yes, we have something new, and I love this galactic theme that we're on today.
Yes. And so, we've talked in the past about being multidimensional. And when we're talking about being galactic, this takes us into our star seed nests, our creation from the stars, our past lives, our past experiences in other galactic lineages. And I find it so fascinating. What is your remembrance of your time in the galactic realms, in other worlds? What do you remember about that?
Well, we're jumping right into the topic, Lauren, because to get to that, to answering that, I think I'd love to share with you about how these galactic weaves were born, because that's what took me there. Is that okay? Is that a good?
I love that. Fascinating. And so I would just want to speak onto the topic a little bit. This is Etheric Galactic Weaves, your direct lines to the Pleiades, Arcturus, Venus, and the Galactic Center. Beautiful. Thank you so much. What are the Etheric Galactic Weaves? How'd they come about?
Yes, so here is what happened. You see, as a master light weaver, I've been doing a lot of unweaving with my signature work of clearing karmic entanglements. And a few months ago, I was called to flip it into really entering a new phase in my work, a phase of intentionally weaving. And at that time, I was so yearning for connection, communication, and presence with my galactic family, my galactic friends, my galactic origins. You see, I have clear indications, such as markings in my astrological chart, that I hold strong ties to the Pleiades, for example, and to the galactic center very specifically. They are very significant and very prominent in my astrology. And also, I feel a great familiarity with the Arcturian healing methods and transmissions. And also, I know that one of my friends is a Venusian brother. But as much as I have called for, prayed for, begged for, even because, I was about to fall into despair. When will I, well, not only when, but will I ever consciously experience this proximity with those galactic origins of mine? I had honestly until then, I had never really felt or saw or heard anything or received direct awareness or guidance or insights. And this may be the case of many in our audience. experiencing the same frustration, discouragement, maybe despair. And so I was in that state when my new assignment came, that was to apply my weaving mastery to create my conscious connections with the galactics, my galactics, as I like to call them, my galactics that my heart and my whole being were craving for. And so I was thrilled. I was totally thrilled. You know, it's like starting a new game or reaching a whole new level in the video game and embracing a whole new role and with whole new ways of doing to achieve a whole new purpose. So I took a deep dive into it. You know, I'm very diligent and obedient. I do what I'm divinely called and requested to do. So I got to work with it. And very soon I figured it out and delivered the assignment, at least the first assignment. Instructions were very clear. I was requested to start with weaving my connection with the Pleiades. And it sounded like it would be something delightful. So I really threw myself into it. And day after day, with a practice that makes perfect, I was creating the weave and refining it and strengthening it and making notes, you know, on the exact protocol, what to do and how and what sequence. And after 7 days of this practice and of creation and refinement, I was then called to apply it to weave a new connection to Arcturus, which would have to be adapted because the Pleiades, we have 7 stars, and Arcturus, there is one. So I had to adapt the process, the protocol. I received the guidance. So I did that, and I thought I was done with my assignment, and it was wonderful and ready to be brought out there. But then I was called again to take it further, even with weaving a connection to Venus. And then one more step, one more calling, I was called to complete the whole protocol with a connection with to the galactic center. So after 4 weeks, 1 week of practice and refinement for each weave, I got it all laid out and clear and ready to be offered to the world. Now, for the first time ever, I could actually feel and sense and totally know my intimate, conscious, heartfelt connection to the Pleiades, to Arcturus, to Venus, to the galactic center. It was like fireworks of sensations in my body lightening up as I was experiencing the embodied awareness of these connections, and all the longing, all the despair, all the feelings of estrangement that I had experienced before that, they were all at once erased, vanished, with a sense that it was all so worth the wait, and now was the perfect moment. Now, what happened the next morning after this completion of the 4 weaves, after these 4 weeks of weaving? As I woke up in the morning, did my usual thing, meditation, contemplation, and before I even started my Qigong practice, I was suddenly filled with a sense of whole body wholeness, a sense of wholeness that was way beyond anything that I had ever experienced before. And I've been intentionally working on wholeness, but this was totally exquisite. And soon I realized that there was such a greater degree of wholeness than ever before. I realized that there is earthly human wholeness, and that is wonderful. But suddenly it was stretched and expanded to the wholeness of being a whole human with her whole galacticness integrated and embodied. It was amazing. It was totally amazing. It's a whole new magnitude of wholeness that was revealed to me and very much embodied. So this was phenomenal. I can tell you that these experiences are imprinted in my being forever. And to answer your initial question, Lauren, where do I stand with this? Well, not so long ago, I was nowhere. These galactics were nowhere to be found in my conscious awareness until through this weaving they came into my life and into my daily life and into embodiment. So that's where I stand now.
That is so exciting, Sophie, because what I love about that is the journey that we are all on and our journey of awakening. I just want to recap this for everyone because we're all in different stages, but it is indicative of where we go and how it happens. And so, the first is we come into our heart and we live from our heart. And for some, we've heard that the journey from the head to the heart is the biggest step, right? It's like walking on the moon. But once we get there, that opens us up into such beautiful spaces. And then when we're in the heart, that's where self-love comes in, and we start to see the cleanup job that needs to be done, the trauma, the pain, the belief systems, the distortions. And that's what you do with the karmic entanglements. And you've been working diligently, tirelessly on releasing people from karmic entanglements in this master light weaver that you are. So that is so beautiful. But then look what happens when when we stop and listen, like you've listened, then we listen. We're able to listen to this guidance that is our higher self or even guides around us. And then we move into a space of heart, mind, coherence, which makes us go quantum. That's where many gifts come online, like your gifts to come back and help us with those karmic entanglements. But then we go galactic, and that's where you are. And I absolutely love it. And so we want that. And I know you're going to be sharing on a program how we too can experience the weaving, etheric galactic weaves. We're really excited about that because we want what you have or what you're experiencing. So then do you agree with this? How we can keep ourselves from this? But isn't it beautiful that that's available to us?
Absolutely. And yes, as you say, we can keep ourselves from that and not knowing why and how. As I said, for me, I had this yearning, and I'm sure many in our audience have this yearning. So how come our connections they are written in the stars, right? In your astrological chart, and you just know, it. Maybe you had intuitive readings or all sorts of indications that you have a connection or you have potential for connection, and yet you just can't tap into it, as was my case. So what is it that happens that severes our connections or obstructs them or turns them off? I'd like to talk about this because this is where the key is, really, so for that we need to look at the prime directives of the unconscious mind. The unconscious mind is where our memories are stored. I mean, unconscious mind has many, many directives, but let's be focused on how unconscious mind stores our memories and organizes our memory according to timelines, right? And the thing is, our unconscious mind is in charge of taking care of us. And for that reason, it may repress memories that hold unresolved negative emotions. So when there is trauma, when there is significant trauma, and when we are not ready or able or equipped are supported to handle this trauma and handle these emotional burdens, then our unconscious mind simply represses the memories so that in order to keep us safe, right? So this explains why there can be amnesia associated to traumatic events. But also the unconscious mind will present repressed memories for resolution when we are ready and equipped for that, right? Those repressed, suppressed negative emotions use a lot of it uses a lot of our energy to keep them repressed. So when we are ready, our unconscious mind will bring them to the surface and will bring them for healing and will allow us to liberate ourselves from that, okay? So for me personally, there were huge traumatic events relating to the Orion Wars that had blocked my galactic memory, which the weaving brought healing to these memories, allowing the connection to be restored. Now, what happens when we do the weaving? Because this is when it gets even more fascinating, because I didn't have to actually go and do the clearing of those Orion Wars or this or that areas. Through the weaving, the healing happened. And let me explain how this happened. Beyond, yes, there is the weaving. The purpose of the weaving is to establish or to restore our connections, our galactic connections. But there is a whole process of healing that is also happening as a consequence of the weaving. And in order to explain it, I'd like to make an analogy to demonstrate the healing power of what's happening through the weaving, through the creation and application of these galactic weaves. It is an incredibly efficient alternative to what would otherwise be a tedious and never-ending healing of our galactic past, which we can imagine that could take forever, right? So here is my analogy. Let's say that you have a carpet, right? Imagine a carpet, beautiful carpet that you love. It's precious to you, but there are some areas of it that are damaged or that are weakened or that are fragile, right? They need healing, they need mending, strengthening, and they may also have lost their brightness and their full range of colors. And so you have, let's say, a more traditional solution, which is to unweave those areas and mend them. And that's a lot of work because you do need to do the unweaving, then replacing, creating whole new structure, and weaving again with new materials. And in the context of our reclaiming our suppressed galactic memories, that would be a task of the size and the amplitude of the cosmos, right? We wouldn't even know where to start with that. But here's the alternative that the Etheric Galactic Weaves have delivered. Imagine that in your old worn-out carpet, imagine inserting, weaving in threads of a high vibrational material, threads of gold or threads of light, just a few threads here and there, right? Selectively placed, woven into the existing structure and fabric of the old carpet. And once in place, those threads of high vibrational substance have the power and the magic really to restore the whole carpet by entrainment. The threads touching the golden threads that you've inserted, out of the entrainment, they start to be attuned and to vibrate at a higher level, at a higher rate. And then so do the threads, touching those threads. And in what looks like the snap of a finger, your whole carpet is mended. Not only renewed, but upgraded to a whole new level of quality, brilliance, radiance, brightness. And the color and the shape combinations have a whole new power, a whole new effect with those weaves, those few weaves that you've inserted. And it is totally magical. And yet it can be explained, right? This is magic that is rooted, embedded in the carpet. And we know and understand why it works and how it works, right? Now, the same thing happened with the galactic weaves that cracked open my galactic memories, once repressed, those Orion War memories. Very traumatic, very dramatic, very repressed, suppressed, and well guarded by my unconscious mind according to its directives. Through the weaving, liberated and accessible to be tapped into for empowerment, for activations, for wisdom, guidance, inspiration, and insights. Now, in my analogy with the carpet, I insisted on the high vibrational nature of those seemingly magical golden threads, right? Again, their magic lies in their high vibrational nature. Well, in the case of the galactic weaves, the magic lies just the same in the high vibrational nature of the substance that is tapped into and spinned into the creation of the threads that are woven into a Pleiadian weave, an Arcturian weave, a Venusian weave, a galactic center weave. This substance that is actually not a substance, it is a non-substance. It is the fifth element, the ether. Of course, we have the four elements, the earth, the air, the water, the fire, that can be tapped into for great purpose and creations. And they hold form, they have substance. Because of that, they have weight. And it takes time to move them around. Whereas the little known ether element, on the contrary, is so little known because it has no substance, it has no form. It cannot be touched, and yet it is omnipresent. It is the space between the spaces, the space between the moments in time. It is the fabric of the universe's creation, over which the other four elements bring color and shape. So we can work at the surface level of a painting with water, air, fire, and earth elements, and that's great. Or we can, in a radically more efficient way, which is what makes it look like magic, we can work with the formless canvas, the fabric, the essence, the backdrop, the etheric. So this is how the galactic weaves are created, out of spinning the ether element into the creation of orbs, which are then used to etherically weave. These orbs are engaged to create the weave, and with the ether element, the movements are extremely fast, instantaneous, because it is formless by nature. So a masterful weaver can spin the ether element into the formation of orbs that are used to hold, infuse, create, draw, weave greater structures such as the galactic weaves. How about that, Lauren?
That is so cool. That is very cool. I can sense that all of us are trying to do that, but yet there's still some questions. And then that's where you're going to come in, teaching us, working with us, giving us the tools to do that. So when you began, and again, I love this because you did it on yourself first. You're listening to guides. And when you began to do this, you said that it healed, well, it brought up the pain from the Orion Wars. And so that memory, can you share what that was like for you when you recognize that memory? Because again, that's part of our galactic consciousness. And
Yeah.
so it was in your subconscious, your unconscious mind. What was
Hmm.
that like for you to
Well,
witness it? And then how fast did that occur?
what was very interesting is that what were brought to my attention the Orion Wars through different ways, like from externally brought to my attention, like put in my face. After doing the weaving, right? Suddenly, this came to my awareness, these Orion Wars and my past, and the magnitude of the trauma that I was carrying from there. And it was just like flashed to me, like pay attention to these Orion Wars, Orion Wars. And at the same time, I finally could relate a depth within me, a depth and a magnitude of pain and sorrow that I knew I was carrying within me, but it wasn't humanly, I just couldn't figure it, not just figure it out, like it made no sense through the human earthly experience, right? No matter what horrible, terrible trauma in past lives and ancestral genealogy I've been healing, there remained a magnitude of, again, pain and sorrow that were just couldn't be explained, couldn't be just could made in a way it made no sense. But when suddenly these flashes of Orion Wars, just pay attention to Orion Wars, I could feel that's where it comes from. That's where this tremendous depth of and magnitude of pain and sorrow. It doesn't originate from Earth. It doesn't originate from being a human. It originates from those Orion Wars. Now, I don't have I was fortunate that I didn't have to spend much time to go and do the healing through because the healing, as I said, happened through the weaving, like what needed to be brought to place and what needed to be healed happened through the weaving and through the etheric element doing its work. But I had glimpses of yes, the magnitude and the amplitude of the sheer destruction. I have flashes of explosions, but not a localized explosion, like more like a whole planet exploding, and senses of in some past lives having been on the planets that explode, in some past lives having witnessed my planet exploding, being destroyed. So suddenly I could not only understand, but embrace this depth and magnitude of pain and sorrow and bring it to peace and also honor it, right? Whereas so far, until then, I was kind of battling with it, like, come on, this, like, what can it be? I've done so much and I'm ready to do more. I'm always ready to do more healing when it presents itself to me, but it was just another dimension of healing that needed to be brought that was simply not earthly and not human. Okay.
Thank you for sharing that because that shows us, I don't want to say the easiness, but the simplicity of it and just paying attention. And a key is that you felt it within yourself. And so
Hmm.
that is helpful for all of us on our journey as well. And then beautiful how the orbs came and healed it. High
Hmm.
vibrational, this is light technology.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is light technology, and you are on the cutting edge of it. And we're so excited that you're sharing this with our audience. I know many people are going to want more. So we are going to do a little bit later, we're going to do a process and an experience for everyone. But
Mm-hmm.
first, I think it's a good time to talk about the program that people can enroll in with you. All of your
Mm-hmm.
programs are so in-depth. People love this time with you. Can you share what you've got in store for us? We've got 4 workshops and
Mm-hmm.
personal private session.
Yes.
Wow. Tell us
Yes.
details. Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Lauren. Yes, I've created this program because, well, as a way shower, um, I'm called to transform my personal experience, my personal learnings into offerings, right? That's part of my role. So with this, I created a powerful package for your direct galactic connections and communications. And I want you to have the opportunity to have what I have, as you said earlier, Laura, and exactly that's the point, right? So that you are no longer in despair, in desolation, in frustration, but neither in dependence on other people, right? Practitioners or channelers and their galactic transmissions. Let's have you create your direct lines of galactic connection and transmission. Yes. So Etheric Galactic Weaves, let's start with the 4 workshop series that come along with their complementary bonus audios, 1 audio to support each workshop with a daily practice. And I've added an extra bonus for your audience, your community, Lauren, for the NEO network, New Earth One network. The extra bonus is the intuitive reading of the location of your galactic portal in your aura. So you're going to receive this as well. So in this series, we'll start with the etheric Pleiadian weave. So you have all the details on the special offer page. Essentially, in this first workshop, what we accomplish is first, we're going to be clearing, opening, and activating your galactic portal, which is a place within your aura which operates as your portal for galactic connection and communication. So yes, you will get your intuitive reading of its location in your aura so that you can hold your attention there during the workshop. And we will weave the connection from your galactic portal to each of the Pleiades. They are known as the 7 sisters. There are 7 main stars in this cluster. So for the weaving, we'll call on the masterful guidance, support, and empowerment from Goddess Athena, who is the goddess of weaving and spinning. So she will guide, support, and empower us to weave etheric connection and communication through your galactic portal with each of the 7 Pleiades. And then you'll have your bonus audio to practice daily after the workshop and to establish a regular inflow of Pleiadian communications, insights, guidance, wisdom, and energies. So you will have woven your magnificent Pleiadian mandala composed of 8 petals, your galactic portal, and each of the 7 Pleiades. So with that, you will gain direct access to the Pleiades for wisdom, guidance, activations, to embrace and express and embody your divine Pleiadian nature, which is all about heart-centeredness and love, high sensitivity and empathy, deep compassion and care, naturally nurturing, creative and transformative energy, but also mastery of healing, teaching, counseling, and art, and service in uplifting humanity. Then, in our second workshop, the etheric Arcturian weave, we'll call again on Goddess Athena to accomplish weaving the connection of your galactic portal with each of your 7 main chakras, so that the flow of insights, wisdom, guidance, energies that you will receive through your galactic portal will spread out through your entire energy system, right? Through your 7 main chakras. So that's the first thing we do in this second workshop. Second thing, we're going to weave etheric connection for communication through your galactic portal with Arcturus. And you'll have a bonus audio also for daily practice after the workshop to establish regular inflow of Arcturian communications, insights, guidance, wisdom, and energy. So you will have woven your magnificent Arcturian mandala composed of Arcturus at the center and 8 petals that are your galactic portal and each of your 7 chakras. So you'll gain direct access to Arcturus for wisdom, connections, yes, guidance, activations, to embrace, express, and embody your divine Arcturian nature, which is all about dedication to heal and inspire positive change in the world, intuition and psychic abilities, thinking and living out of the box, excellent organizational and problem-solving skills, masterful perception of patterns, connections, and systems, and creativity and innovativeness for the betterment of humanity. Then our third workshop, the Etheric Venusian Weave with Goddess Athena, we will start with weaving the connection of your galactic portal with each of 8 more chakras that are your left and right ears, your left and right hands, your left and right feet, your earth star, and your soul star. And this is for the flow of insights, wisdom, guidance, and energies received through your galactic portal to reach out and spread even more deeply and widely through your expanded energy system, not just your 7 main chakras. Now it really expands and really maps your energy system. Second thing we're going to do in this workshop, of course, weaving etheric connections and communication through your galactic portal with Venus. And you'll have your bonus audio to establish regular inflow of Venusian communications, insights, guidance, wisdom, and energies to practice after the workshop. And you will have woven your magnificent Venusian mandala composed of your galactic portal at the center, connected to Venus, and 8 petals that are your 8 additional chakras that will have been woven. And you gain direct access to Venus for wisdom, guidance, activations to embrace, express, and embody your divine Venusian nature, which is all about deep spiritual connection, dedication to helping humanity and the planet evolve, sensuality and passion with graceful, beautiful, captivating energies, deeply connected with femininity, motherhood, love, devotion, radiating warmth, comfort, and joy, offering a soothing presence. Also metaphysical practices, ancient wisdom, and mysteries of the universe, the ability also to transition between the worlds and between the realms. And finally, in our fourth workshop, the Etheric Galactic Center Weave with Goddess Athena will accomplish bringing together in one integrated and harmonized communication system all the connections woven between your galactic portal and all your 15 chakras widely spread throughout your energy body, like your internal mandala designed to flow the galactic insights, wisdom, guidance, energies throughout your being. And we'll weave etheric connection for communication through your galactic portal with the galactic center, which is the cosmic center of truth and higher consciousness. Again, you'll have your bonus audio to practice daily and establish a regular inflow of galactic center communications, insights, guidance, and wisdom. So you'll gain direct access to the galactic center for wisdom, guidance, activations to embrace, express, and embody your own inner galactic center, which is all about higher consciousness, profound insights, and spiritual growth, energy source relation to cosmic origins and transformation, catalyzing transformation, stripping away surface level expressions and emphasizing deeper fundamental qualities. Also a quest for deeper meaning and authenticity, the soul's purpose and alignment, and connection with universal energies beyond our earthly existence. So with that, you will have woven the integration of all your 8-petaled mandalas into one unified, powerful, magnificent, multidimensional mandala of galactic connection and communication. And because you will rely on your galactic portal located within your aura, it guarantees that all that you will receive from your galactics, whether it is wisdom, insights, inspirations, energies for clearing or activation or creation or healing, it will be totally grounded and embodied, because we're here on Earth, right? As light workers, star seeds, new Earth people, as much as our heart may be longing for the stars, our purpose, our mission, our service are to be grounded and rooted here on Earth. So ultimately, the etheric galactic weaves are all about the embodiment of your galactic self, to be embraced, expressed, and grounded in service on earth, in service to the divine and highest good of all. So this is really the reclaiming and the embodiment of your galactic nature. And there are many more details, many more steps to this weaving protocol for each workshop. So I invite you to check them out on the special offer page. As you can see, you can hear and realize our weaving is gradual, right? We build up your galactic portal and your internal weaving of galactic connections, your magnificent mandalas, step by step. So it is paced in such a way to allow for a smooth and yet profound integration with one workshop per week, after which you have your complementary bonus audio to use for 7 days. Then we move on to the next until we complete the weaving and activation of this magnificent mandala of mandalas with your galactic portal at the center, spreading out to your 7 main chakras, extending to another 8 chakras, the insights, the guidance, the wisdom, the energies from the Pleiades, Arcturus, Venus, the galactic center, each contributing a specific essence, specific nature, and a specific purpose of energy. So this is going to be an epic journey of weaving of galactic connections. I can see already all the delightful mandalas glowing, radiant, illuminated, and alive. So I hope yours will be created and activated in that way. So this is our workshop series, Etheric Galactic Weaves.
We are so excited for this. I love it. Thank you so much for bringing this forward, for listening to your guides, because it feels really good. And
Mm,
this is how we expand into understanding our galactic connection. This is a
right.
powerful tool. And I love the support that you have, right? The workshop is one thing, but then the daily practice that we can take to continue to build that mandala with our galactic portal at the center, that is very good, very cool. And
Mm,
wow, I can just sense the experiences that people are going to have when we make this connection. You know, we've
mm-hmm.
heard that the galaxies within us, and this is
Exactly.
going to
Mm-hmm.
illustrate exactly how we identify that within us, like your own experience. And so there's nothing to be frightened of.
Yeah.
And actually, for those who, people are busy, life gets busy. But what I
Mm-hmm.
love about this is the recordings. Everything's
Yep.
recorded.
Yep. Yep.
So people can work with this. They can get the same benefit whether they're joining live or having to catch up later, because
Absolutely.
that container that you're creating is always active.
Yeah.
And so this is like a month. Imagine where everyone will be after 1 month of doing this focused work. Is there anything more you want to add about the implementation of this? Because it seems like it would be something that unfolds even in our sleep state, right?
Yes.
As we
Oh,
integrate.
definitely. Definitely. In your sleep, in your meditations, I mean, it will find its way to you individually, right? Um, that's what I loved in this, that I was guided to create this. And first I loved it for myself, because it felt so good and right, and brought this wholeness. I love that we create the direct, like we have direct communication lines, right? So once we have built these structures, which is what we are doing with the weaving, then the structures have, I mean, they have their own intelligence, and we have our galactics on the other side, right? Who are going to, well, work with each of us individually, depending on our own soul mission, soul purpose, depending on where we are on our journey. They will work and play with each of us very individually, and that's the point of having those direct communications lines that are being built, right? And then you work and play. Now you can be proactive by asking questions, right? That's what we're doing, especially with the audio, right? The audio practice is asking, requesting, asking for guidance, asking for insights, asking for wisdom to be received. But you can trust that your galactics will also, they have their own purpose, and they have their own way to reach to you through these communication lines. So it's going to be very individual, and it's going to be very unique. It's going to be very fascinating, I find. But what is so beautiful is the way it is paced. We work with our higher self. So everything is built up in a way that is being paced for when we are ready to embrace more, right? When I was ready to get to the healing and to realize the healing of the Orion Wars, that's when it came, not before, right? And so in the way we do the work with our higher self and our galactics, and working with the etheric element, the ether element, it's going to be perfect for each individual, right? We use the same protocol, but it's actually, so it's a group, right? We have a group experience and a group journey, but it is very individualized. Our higher selves are going to take care to um, work with it individually. So if you are, especially if things come to you in your dreams, you can be sure that they will come to you in your dreams. That's not my case personally. Things come to me in different ways, through my morning practice, and but it's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be individualized in that way.
I love that because I can see the incredible expansion that's going to come from this
Mm-hmm.
because this is this is like on the next level of what we can do in our journey. So again, no matter where anyone is on their journey, this is something that we can use and implement. And I'm going to think that people are going to, one, they, because of this connection, because of these direct lines through the higher self, we know the power of the higher self directing us, guiding us, putting images, scenes, scenarios, memories in our awareness when we're ready for it. And because of that communication and that connection, I can sense that people will begin to channel their guides or just to channel higher wisdom information
Mm-hmm.
because we're going
Mm-hmm.
to be clear and open and galactic. That is so beautiful. And also light language. Get ready.
Mm-hmm.
People may begin to speak light language, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
the mudras. There's a memory that comes from this connection to our star family. Many of us have that connection with Lemuria or Atlantis. But again, like your experience with Orion and beyond, your experience with Arcturus, this can actually lead us to become practitioners and facilitators of light technologies
Mm-hmm.
because of our galactic connection, right? We may choose to go into the Arcturian healing modalities or these sorts of things that we can do with our gifts to share them with the world. And I love that, Sophie, because that's going to make our world vibrant, electric, magnetic, beautiful, authentic. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
very excited for this. Thank you again for this galactic program.
Mm-hmm.
And again, those who want to join and register, we encourage you to consider this investment in your life and how your life will be expansive on the other side. Have you always wanted to know more? Have you wanted to know where you come from in the cosmos? I think that's one of our top 5 questions. Tell me my starseedness. Where am I
Mm-hmm.
from? And so that's the personal readings. Tell us more about the personal readings. Are those going to be done along the way or before we even begin?
Personal readings are going to be done, well, when everyone signs up. When somebody signs up, I'll do your reading and send it to you by email. This is the reading of where is your galactic portal located in your aura. So for me, I keep holding my hands there because for me, it's located right there between my power center and my heart. Right, so that's where my weaving has been happening. Like my galactic portal is in this area, and so I will read for each person joining the program what is their location, and it has a purpose. Where it is located serves a specific purpose, right? For me, it's between heart and power center, so it combines. There's something that relates to these two. For some, it's located in the throat. For some, it's closer to the third eye. It can be in the hands, right? It's gonna be wherever it is, and it's gonna be great to know where it is, so that when we do the weaving together, you will know where to hold your attention, and also, well, you will know where to hold your mandala, right? So it will make it even more concrete in a way, right? And feel even more embodied, right? Even though it doesn't have, it is somewhere in your aura, so it doesn't have to be in your body, but it will be so close to you, right? It will be somewhere in your aura. So these are the intuitive readings that I've added to the as an extra bonus. Yes.
Awesome. So exciting and very supportive. Again, very supportive and beneficial for all of us who are on this journey and on this path, and we're very excited. I know people are going to be really excited for this. So again, thank you, Sophie. And so you, beautiful audience, if this resonates with you, I know it does. If this resonates with you, sign up for it. This is an investment that will catapult you into your next phase of not only awakening, but your journey for planet Earth. You're going to bring in so much beautiful wisdom, connect with your guides and your star family. I absolutely love it. So, for those who need it, because we want to make this easy for everyone, I just want to point out that there's a two-payment plan. All right. So, if that helps you, take advantage of that and join Sophie. You can find all the details right here on this page that got you there or in the description in this video where you're watching it. Okay. Wow. So I think we would love to experience. Oh, wait,
Oh,
you have.
before that, sorry, I've added an element, Lauren,
Oh,
because which is a private session, okay? And I
that's
want to
much.
briefly talk about it. The private
Okay.
session is the crystalline karmic liberation from disconnection. And this is for you if you're experiencing being trapped in loops, patterns, beliefs, and experiences of disconnection, not specifically to the galactics. Now we're talking disconnection, disconnection from others, disconnection in your family, friendship, work, in community, disconnection from humanity for some, disconnection from aspects of yourself, disconnection from your soul's purpose in this incarnation. It can be also disconnection from the subtle and higher realms, disconnection from the divine. Now, the reason I'm including this session as an option, right? You can upgrade your workshop series with adding this private session, is that if you are holding within you the energetic, emotional, and mental imprints of disconnection, that would disable, actually disqualify your etheric galactic weaves, sabotaging your great efforts and energies invested in creating galactic connections. So if you're concerned with disconnection or lack of connection or struggling with establishing or maintaining connection, this is for you. So that we'll get together in private session to liberate you from the karmic entanglements of disconnection in your aura, in your past timeline, in your genealogical maternal line, and your genealogical paternal line, very thoroughly, very systematically, collecting the precious karmic lessons at each of the points of origin in each of those lines, allowing you to then establish strong, pure, divinely guided, and divinely supported, divinely empowered connections with others, with aspects of yourself, with the divine, of course, with your galactic portal, and with all your etheric galactic weaves. So I thought that for if anyone is suffering from disconnection or lack of connection, this is important to heal this, and we can do this together. So that's the private
And
session.
that is so beautiful. That is such an exquisite package. Because at first I was thinking the intuitive reading is wonderful, but this is a whole nother level, a
Oh,
whole
yes.
nother support step
Mm,
for
mm.
all of us. So, all right, thank you. All right, really some incredible healing and expansion from this offering from Sophie. So please check it out. And so now we get to experience a little bit of a process with Sophie when you see the magic that she brings and the orb of truth. This is really her signature work, and you're going to feel it right here, right now. Thank you, Sophie.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. So I want to allow you to identify the degree of connection or disconnection within you. So this experience is going to be a connection checkup within the orb of truth to evaluate the status of your connectability, So your ability to connect overall and specifically with the Pleiades, Arcturus, Venus, and the galactic center. So let's do this. You can close your eyes if you want, of course, if it is safe for you to do so. And turn your attention inwards. And I invite you to relax. Take a few deep breaths. Let's bring all your attention and your presence here and now. Remembering your connection to the center, to the heart of the earth, and your connection to the center, to the heart of the universe. So that you are held, both grounded and suspended, you are safe, relaxed, and ready, and open to receive. Now, as I tune into the galactic center, I call the orb of truth to be placed around your aura. And you can claim it now, out loud or silently. I welcome and receive the orb of truth around my aura. And I'm offering this orb of truth, placing it around your aura. Filling and bathing your aura with the highest, the purest vibration of truth. Holding you safe, protected, informed, in this truthful, high vibrational space. Allow any adjustments to this highest vibration of truth that need to happen. Let them happen naturally within your body, your heart, your mind, your whole being held in truth. Beautiful. So let's bring in questions to begin the exploration, the discovery, the revelation, proceeding to your connection checkup. Within the orb of truth, ask your higher self to allow you to perceive your connections with others, loved ones, romantic and life partners, family, friends, professional connections, social connections, spiritual connections. Connection with your higher self, connection with your guides, angels, and any of the higher beings you call on. Connection with the divine. Connection also with and between the different parts and aspects of yourself. Connection with your physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, etheric bodies. Connection with your past, present, and future self. Connection with ideas, feelings, concepts, sensations, energies. Connection with other realms, animal, mineral, vegetal, celestial. Connection with the Pleiades. Connection with Arcturus. Connection with Venus. Connection with the galactic center. And notice all the areas and the ways in which those connections may be severed, obstructed, loaded with mental, emotional, energetic burdens, toxic, sterile, detrimental to your highest good and highest good of all. Ask your higher self to point to you clearly the disconnections, the lack of connection, the lack of connectability, ability to connect. Now ask your higher self within the orb of truth to allow you to perceive if only some of the causes of disconnection. They may be accumulated emotions of fear, sadness, resentment, disappointment, hurt, despair, shame, guilt. Hardened, calcified connections that have turned into cords of attachment. Limiting beliefs, wounds, trauma, and past experiences. And ask your higher self to allow you to perceive are you able to form healthy, organic, on-the-fly connections as opposed to attachment, cording, hooking? Ask your higher self to display to you your connectability, your ability to connect. and the obstacles that hinder your ability to connect. And now, especially in regards to your connection with the Pleiades, your connection with Arcturus, your connection with Venus, your connection with the galactic center, and anything else you need to know right now, to be aware of, to receive regarding your connection with the Pleiades, with Arcturus, with Venus, with the galactic center. And breathe. Coming back to here and now. Take a moment to make mental notes of the awareness that you have gained, the status of your connections and your connectability, and the emotions, energies, patterns, shadows, dimming, depleting, disqualifying your connections and your ability to connect. And wherever your higher self has been calling your attention. And breathe. Well done for acknowledging all that came to the surface. It takes courage to face it all. So well done for being willing to notice all that you have noticed. Be open to more insights coming to your attention in the next few hours and days, as these questions will keep poking you. And we give gratitude to the orb of truth and allow it to remain and surround us and hold us in truth for as long as it serves our highest good, our evolution, and the highest good of all. And we'll complete this connection checkup with a gift of a power claiming key. And since we're all about reclaiming and embodiment of your galactic nature, that will be the focus of this power claiming key. So as I offer it to you, I invite you to be in the receiving, be attentive to the responses you get in your body, in your mind, in your heart, in your whole being. And I repeat it a couple times so it really settles in within you. You can adopt it as a mantra of the heart. So here is your power claiming key. Even if I don't know how, I intend to initiate, clear, and activate my galactic connections for my highest good, my evolution, and in service to the highest good of all. And I ask to be guided and supported. Even if I don't know how, I intend to initiate, clear, and activate my galactic connections for my highest good, my evolution, and in service to the highest good of all. And I ask to be guided and supported. And one more time, and you're welcome to join me and claim it for yourself. Let's do this together, even if I don't know how. I intend to initiate, clear and activate my galactic connections for my highest good, my evolution, and in service to the highest good of all. And I ask to be guided and supported. And breathe. Thank you. Thank you for receiving this gift. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have always loved every experience with the orb of truth. This awareness is immaculate, and it really shows us the path. Part of me in this is like, okay, now what do I do with it? But it's so clear. It's so clear. Open up those pathways. I want to just share my experience from that awareness.
Yes.
I was able to see and notice certain things. It was very interesting as we covered the whole gamut of this earthly realm, relationships, everything. And then when we went to Pleiades, Arcturus, Venus, and the Galactic Center, wow, that was really, I want to say impressive for me, because I recognized a disbelief in my own connection to the Pleiades. I recognize that disconnection. And then the Arcturus was very strong. I feel very connected to Arcturus. So it helped me see the Pleiadian side of it. And then Venus, wow, just the love beaming at us from Venus. And then when we got to the galactic center, wow, like what an awakening. We are here to radiate our heart light. I'm going to cry, like the
Yeah.
galactic center. And I had a vision where we incarnate and we come through Venus and we come to this planet to radiate that love through all connections. And when we do that, we are off this karmic wheel of reincarnation. So this simple few minutes with you and the orb of truth was profound today. And I truly hope that everyone can go back and listen to this again and take the time to feel into it. Don't be distracted. This is powerful. What a gift, Sophie. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your sharing of your experience with it, Lauren. That's very, I had shivers and chills. And yes, I invite everyone to, yes, go back to the replay. You can use this process, this checkup, connection checkup, in your own pace, at your own pace, right? If you need to pause the process, if you need more time to receive, do it at your own pace so that you can go deeper, okay? Or if there are specific areas where or specific types of connections or specific questions where you need more time, do it at your own pace so that you will go deeper. Yeah. Wow.
We don't know how. We are guided and supported.
Exactly. You know,
Okay.
this is how we put ourselves, our intention, right? Our intention, our commitment, and ourselves in the hands of our higher selves. Because when we ask to be guided and supported, our higher self will take care of it, orchestrating other beings if needed and other energies. But it is putting our higher self at the forefront of our existence and of our journey, really.
Well, we are very excited to have made this galactic connection, this galactic expansion. It is exciting for our planet. It shows us the journey that we are on and how good it can get. And so, again, I love the support that you're offering. And for those, if you, even if you just listen to today's activation and that orb of truth, you have done a tremendous service for the highest good of all on this planet. And of course, we enjoy your company in the course with Sophie so that you can expand. Because again, when you expand in that way, you've got so many gifts to share That's why we incarnated. And so connect in this way, connect with the Galactic Center, your star family, and bring these gifts to Earth to share. Everyone is a New Earth leader, and we here at New Earth One are here to support you. Sophie, thank you for sharing with us today. Any
You.
final thoughts as we say goodbye?
Well, yes, I'd like to add one little touch. That's something I realized just a couple days ago, actually, as I was offering a weaving on a whole different topic. As I was doing it, I realized that these are not just workshops, these are actually ceremonies. And the weaving that we do together is a ceremony. So you are all invited to 4 ceremonies for reclaiming the reclaiming and the embodiment of your galactic nature. Of course, also the private session if you're struggling with connection to gain freedom and empowerment for connection. The ceremony dimension of it just revealed itself. How profound and sacred work this is. And I say work, but it's actually very fun. The weaving is very fun, but it is also very sacred and profound. And it brings to play a very significant piece of your soul purpose, of each of our soul's purpose and mission with our galactics. So I hope with that final word, invitation to ceremony, I hope you'll join me on Etheric Galactic Weaves. Let's have you all set with your direct lines to the Pleiades, to Arcturus, to Venus, to the Galactic Center, with your brilliant galactic connection and communication mandalas. And thank you. Thank you for having me, Lauren. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Sophie. And we are excited to be in ceremony with our cosmic self, our soul, our higher self. What a beautiful opportunity. All right, what a beautiful appointment each week for 4 weeks. This to me is the most important meeting that we can take. So thank you. And thank you everyone for joining us. We love you and we are here to support you, and you are here to support the planet as well. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you for listening to this quantum conversation, and thank you for dancing with us to the cosmic heart. As we raise our own vibration, we raise the vibration of the planet. This show is dedicated to you and all awakening hearts, as we are here to shine our bright light and amplify our love. I'm Loren Gailey, and from my sacred heart to yours, I honor your magnificent love and light. We leave you now with music from the universe. Music literally created by the universe, as musical notes were assigned to mathematical equations. The result is this beautiful music, available at acoustichealth.com. Namaste.